What's good, everybody? This is Noor Hussain Warsi from Learn to Link. So, the agenda for today's video is that first we'll see the order by statement, and then we'll move forward to the group by statement, and in the last, we'll see what is the difference between where and having clause. So, let's get started. So before going towards the Microsoft SQL Server, here we'll discuss and go through some theory, and then we'll execute some exciting queries on Microsoft SQL Server. So there's a difference between order by and group by. So here you can see that the order by function is used when you want to use your output in ascending or descending order. By default, it is in ascending order, but with the help of this descending command, you can do it in the descending order. So what do I mean by here? If you can see the query over here, select all from the table customers, order by the column country. So this order by command to this country, which means that the country will be ordered by in the alphabetical order. So the countries with starting with the alphabet A will comes first. The countries starting with the alphabet B will follow it, and so on, so on, and so forth. And the next query is that select all from this table dinner, order by total bill. So the least bill will first come and then followed by the most, and vice versa. Now coming over here, the group by command. So the group by command is used to group multiple rows having same values into one summary rows. So let's see from this example query over here. So this query says that select all from the table students group by subjects. So by using this group by statement over here, so all the students who have the same subject, for example, all the students who have the subject mathematics will be grouped by with this subject command over here. Now moving forward to the next part, select all from table students group by subject. So for suppose the students with the mathematics subject was grouped by with this command, so after that the students with the mathematics subject as well as the same semester will be grouped by with this query. And the last one, select all from the students group by subject, semester, and instructor. So all the students by with a common subject, that is mathematics, with the same semester and the same instructor, they will be grouped by with this query. So now we'll move forward to Microsoft SQL Server, and we'll see the practical usage of these query. So stay connected. So to execute the order by statement, first I have to fetch my table, which is select all from orders. I'm sorry, I forgot to switch the database which I'm working. I'm working on the database learn to link. So now select all from orders. So first we'll see what this table has. So as you can see that this table has the customer ID, items, and total bill. Okay, so you can see that it is starting with the total bill 25. Basically with this customer ID it is following up. So right now it's not in the order by with in terms of this total bill. So we want our total bill ordered. So we'll write order by total bill. We'll execute it. So now you can see that it is now ordered by the least bill is coming first. After that it is increasing 25, then 35, then 40, then 55, and you can see now it has been shuffled up. So previously number, it was customer ID 1 was coming over here, but we want our uh, table to be ordered by total bill. So we have executed the command order by total bill. So in this way you have executed. So what I told you in the theory part, that it is already in the ascending order. So if I want it in the descending order, what I'll do, I'll simply type descending and execute it. So what it will happen here, it will start from the descending order. So now you can see now it's starting from 275 going all the way towards downwards this number 5. So it's pretty simple. Now moving forward to the group by statement. So the main purpose of group by statement is to group multiple rows having the same values into one summary statement. Let's see how. So I have this table 1 that is customers, in which I have customer ID, customer name, address and city. But as you can see in this city column that I have got some of the cities which are common. So Venezia, you can see that customer ID Alex is living in Venezia. Also customer ID Antonio, customer is living in Venezia. If you can see that Peter is living in Roma, also Bruno is living in Roma and Claudio is also living in Roma. So I know that I have these rows which have similar values. So now by using the group by, I'll group these rows into one single summary statement. And one thing I would like to mention over here, that the group by function is in most of the cases is used with aggregate functions. Aggregate functions are min, max, sum, count and some other. So these are mainly the main aggregate functions used in the everyday SQL queries. So we know that the group by statement is used with the aggregate function and its main task is to group rows having similar values into one summary statement. So now I'll write one query. Select, I have my table employees. First we'll see what do we have in this employee table. So I have this table which is employee. So we'll first execute it and see what do we have in this table. So we have employee ID, employee name, salary, department ID and manager ID. By using the group by statement, we want to know which manager which manager has which employee in the team. So we'll write query select from employee. Now we want the manager which manager has which employee in the team. So now we want to count these department ID because I know that the employee name Farooq has this department ID D1 which has the assigned manager M2. So we want to know the manager ID as manager from employee, and now I am giving it the group by statement, group by manager ID. We'll execute it. So now you can see that manager 1 has 1 employee in the team, manager 2 has 3 employees in the team, manager 3 has 1 employee in the team, and same manager 4 has 1 employee in the team. So how did this query work? It first count the department ID. There are total 6 department IDs, okay, and each department ID has a different manager. So D1 department ID has a different manager M2, okay, and D10 has again M2 and D10 has again M2, okay. So this manager which has the manager ID M2 has 3 department IDs which is associated with these employees. So you can see that Farooq, Uzair and Salman has this manager M2. So it executed in this way. It first count the department ID, we gave it an alias, and then wanted to fetch the manager ID as the manager, and we grouped by this manager ID. So we got this result. And one thing I told you that the group by statement in most of the cases is used with the aggregate function. So I'm here using the group by statement with this aggregate function, that is count. Now moving forward towards the last part of today's agenda, that is where and having clause. So this is a very important concept and it is mostly asked in some of the interviews. So what is the difference between where and having clause? So where clause is used at a row level, whereas having is used at a group level. Having clause cannot be used without group by clause in most cases, but when it is used without group by, so it is necessary to use the aggregate function. So now we'll move to the management studio, see it practically. So now first I need to pull up my table. Groceries. So on my grocery table, you can see that I have got four columns. One is the ID, the item column, the quantity column, and the aisle column. Now, as you can see on my screen, that I have to take the bananas quantity 4 from aisle number 7, peanut butter is 1 from aisle number 2, 2 dark chocolates from aisle number 2, 1 ice cream from aisle number 12, 6 cherries from aisle number 2, and 1 chocolate syrup from aisle number 4. So I want to know how many quantities do I have to take from each aisle. So we'll execute the query in a way. Select. So I'll also write how much of the quantity we have to take from each aisle. Now I'll write the query. Select. I'll first write aisle, comma, and now I want to sum the quantity as total quantity from groceries group by aisle. We'll execute it. So I'm sorry, I had a typo in my spelling of the aisle. That's why it was showing me an error. So now you can see that it is showing me that from aisle number 12 I have to take one item, from aisle number 2 I have to take 9 items, from aisle number 4 I have to take one item, and from aisle number 7 I have to take 4 items. So for suppose I'm going to get some grocery with my brother, and he's very reluctant to move here and there, so he wants me to divide the aisle. So I'll take the aisles which are less than 5, and he will go and shop from the aisles which are greater than 5. So we'll now type the having command. So here, so I have to take and go towards aisle number 2 and aisle number 4 and get the total quantity 9 and from aisle number 2, and from 4 from aisle number 1, and my brother will go to aisles which are greater than 5. So he'll go to aisle number 12 and aisle number 7 From aisle number 12 he'll pick one item, and from aisle number 7 he will take 4 total quantity items. So that's how it works. Now I'm doing another example for this having command. So for that I have my table, select all from ADT customers. First we'll see what do we have in here. So in this table we have got 5 columns: customer ID, customer name, country and city. So with this table I want to know how many customers I have from which country. So we want to know how many customers we have from which country. So we'll type query, select. Now here we have this customer ID, so we'll type count customer ID as ID, and we want to know the country. From ADT customers. Now I am typing the where clause. As I told you when we were discussing the theory, where clause is used for the rows only. So I don't want the country where SUSA, where country does not equal to USA, single quotes, group by country, order by So now I have executed my query. So first we'll see how does SQL executed this query. So SQL count the customer IDs as ID here. So from Iran there is one ID, from Italy there is one, from Pakistan one, and UK one. And also we wanted the country from the table ADT customer, and now we put where country does not equal to USA. So in this table you can see that I do not have country USA. In previous table I had country USA over here at customer ID number 3. So with the help of this where clause I am not getting this USA because I don't want it, because I mentioned it the logical operator over here it's not equal to. Now after that it group by again with the country, and then in the last what I did the order by command. So basically this order by command did, it's ordered by the customer ID which was eventually 1, but if it would have been like 1 2 or 4 6 7, like in not in the order, so it would have done it in the order. So that's how it did. So in the end I would like to give a quick review what we discussed. We discussed the order by command, in which you can order by your table in the ascending or either in the descending order. And then after that we covered the group by command. In the group by we used the rows having the same same number of rows into one summary statement like this. And then after that we saw the having command, and then we saw the difference between where and having command. So where is used for just for the rows, that having is used with group by command and with the aggregate function. So these are the some of the very important concepts which you need to know. And if you have learned something from the video, a thumbs up would be really appreciated, and subscribe to our YouTube channel and press the bell icon for more exciting content. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, bye.